It's Canada's game.
They all tell you, I've always dreamed of holding this cup.
I get a tingle. That is the Stanley Cup.
The chance may never come again.
It's our game.
And this one will last a lifetime.
You gotta get goosebumps every time you see this happen.
This is what all of this is working for.
And now it's on our network.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Blackhawks have won the Stanley Cup.
Welcome inside the Connected Studios. He's Ken, I'm Ivanka. Boy, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds
it's going to be on
awesome.
our network.
Yeah.
What a day. Massive, historic deal between Rogers and the NHL that is going to change the landscape in the broadcast world in this country.
Yeah, we had a fun day here at the old Sportsnet factory.
Yeah.
Huge press conference today. You and I were down here this morning, all geeked up, and why not? This is epic stuff for us and, of course, most importantly for you.
So let's break it down. The landmark 12-year, $5.2 billion deal, that begins next season. It's going to give Rogers, with Sportsnet and City, national rights to all NHL games in all languages and also on all platforms. That includes TV, radio, web, mobile. It includes all playoff games. However, the Stanley Cup Final will remain on CBC through 2018. And the tradition of Hockey Night in Canada on Saturday night will also continue on CBC. So let's get more details. Here's Carolyn Cameron.
It's a magical day. It's a game changer for the way Canadians will watch this great game of ours.
For the next 12 years, you'll be able to see and experience our great game across Sportsnet's properties. TV, web, radio, magazine, and it all starts next year for the 2014-2015 season. The 12-year, $5.2 billion exclusive partnership is the largest in league history. That's $436 million for the league per year, roughly $14.5 million annually per team. That more than doubles the amount teams get compared to the previous broadcast deal.
This is a deal that we think is transformational. Nobody's ever done a deal quite like this, both in terms of its structure, its length, or its magnitude. And it's focused on delivering NHL hockey to the most passionate hockey fans in the world on a countrywide basis.
Hockey brings us closer together as a family, as a country. It's our religion. This is the content that matters. We want to bring NHL hockey fans the best and most exciting hockey experience around.
And Saturday nights, those nights we spent growing up, gathered around the TV watching Hockey Night in Canada, will not only stay, but it'll get bigger. All games on Saturday, whether on CBC, City, or one of Sportsnet's channels, will be branded as Hockey Night in Canada.
Every game involving a Canadian team in the national exclusive windows, which will be Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, will be carried. No blackouts, no regionalization. In particular, on Saturday nights, all games will be carried across Canada.
Sportsnet will also air the playoffs, all-star games, NHL drafts, NHL awards, and other special events. It's complete coverage for the ultimate hockey fan.
Canadians are fiercely passionate about hockey and the NHL. And we look forward to a whole new experience to Canadians. It will be the NHL like never before.
And the common theme throughout the announcement, you're going to be hearing this word a lot, is more. More games, more content, more choice, and really, to put it simply, just more hockey. Carolyn Cameron, Sportsnet, Toronto.
Thanks so much, Carolyn. Well, what could your Saturday night hockey viewing experience look like next season? Pretty awesome. We used last weekend as an example. That night, there would have been 10 different games, both Canadian and American matchups, broadcast on 11 different television channels, including Sportsnet, City, CBC, and TVA. Now, each and every one available to you, regardless of which region of the country you live in. You get to choose what you want to watch.
So this place, it was absolutely buzzing today, the Stanley Cup. It was on site. When the press conference was wrapped up, they put the Stanley Cup up by Tim Hortons on floor number 2 outside the cafeteria. Massive lineup. The place absolutely buzzing after the announcement of that 12-year deal. So how did it all come together? Let's get more from Darren Millard and two of the biggest players who made this deal possible.
President of Rogers Media is Keith Pelly and Commissioner Gary Bettman. You guys know each other very well. The way you teamed up at me at the press conference wasn't very nice, and you just supporting him like that, saying that we have to get along so much better. And we will. It's going to be a fun 12 years.
And we do.
We always do. But when you started this negotiation, how different is the 12-year deal to when you initially began the talks?
The deal is a framework that we thought was important. We thought it was important to focus on what was evolving in media with all the additional platforms because of the digital space. And we were focused on making more games accessible to more fans. And in that type of construct and in this environment, we anticipated that a media partner would want a long-term deal. So this deal looks a lot like we expected it would.
So 12 years was the league's idea, Keith?
I think we came to a joint conclusion, and there's no question that we wanted a long-term deal. And I think what Gary articulated, and we both of us, and I think that's one of the reasons why we were able to expedite this so quickly, was the alignment on, at the end of the day, we're about the consumer, we're about the fans, and with our platforms and their brand, the two coming together, it's just a great marriage.
It's funny, a lot of the rumors were that things were going to be packaged off. You own all the pieces. Why?
Well, I think, you know, if you have an opportunity, and very few times it comes along where you can own the most coveted content in your country, and there is nothing that even comes close to owning the National Hockey League national rights, including all the playoffs. So when you have that opportunity, when you have the platforms, you have the three businesses in terms of media, cable, and wireless, it's just easy for it to line up, and it made terrific sense for us.
You're in with one partner instead of a couple of different versions. Why is it more advantageous for the league?
We thought it was important to centralize our ability to distribute. This deals with our ability to market and promote the game, to encourage advertisers and sponsors, and also make sure that we didn't have conflicting interests so that we could utilize all of the platforms, whether or not it was over-the-air television, cable television, streaming, or mobile, to make sure that it was getting out there for the fans. So, for example, what we've talked about on Saturday nights under the Hockey Night brand, instead of games being regionalized, you're going to be able to see all the Canadian games in full. You can mix and match, pick what you want, go back and forth, pick the game that's the best at the time, watch a power play, watch overtime. It gives the consumer, the fan, more control.
So is it modern technology that made it better to go with one partner over dividing it up as you've done every other year?
It was a combination of that. And the fact that we believe that from a media standpoint, we have the strongest property, the most followed property in Canada. Live sports is vitally important in the content world these days because it's the only thing, sports, that you have to have live. It's the only thing where advertisers are guaranteed that you see their commercials and they don't get zapped out. And so using the environment, the strength of the brand, the strength of the content, the technology, the advertising marketplace, we felt this was the best way for us to be distributing our rights.
I think you and I will both be interested in the answer to this one, to Keith. From St. John's to Tofino, what's the viewer, the fan, going to get out of this deal? What's it going to look like to them?
Well, I think the fan is going to get a wonderful experience and a brand that we hope to continue to build by focusing on the players. I think the fans are going to be able to watch what they want, when they want, how they want, on what device that they want. You know, the magic of this deal is that it's 12 years, and that gives us a chance to experiment with some of the different platforms and with some of the creative, innovative ideas that we have already started to have dialogue about. So at the end of the day, as Gary alluded to, you know, on Saturday nights you're going to get more choice, but overall you're going to get more choice. More hockey will be distributed on a broad range than ever before, and it's exciting. And you know exactly, Darren, what we did with Blue Jay baseball. Mm-hmm. It will be that type of of mentality that we will have with NHL.
You guys are both so fiercely competitive. Was it quick? Was it easy? How are the negotiations?
It actually was quick and easy. It came together really in a matter of hours, and we were able to put it on paper, and Keith was remarkably able to deal with CBC and TVA, and again, almost in a matter of hours or a couple of days. It came together.
Is that good?
He's terrific.
Well, you know, no, I thank you, Gary. You know, I really think that it came together because we had alignment, and we had alignment on you know, at the end of the day, it behooves both of us to build the NHL brand here, to build hockey at the grassroots level, and to give consumers more choice. We had all the platforms to do that, and then there was some great conversation around innovation, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. We're actually going to, as I look at this, is we're not a rights holder, we're a partner, and a partner in building the game, and that's pretty exciting for us.
And my new favorite year is 2027, as this thing is going to last that long.
Hey, you'll be an old guy now.
I will be an old guy, but I'll still be enjoying it. Congratulations, you guys.
Thanks very much.
It's such a win-win.
It's cool.
I mean, hearing Keith explain what we're going to have more access to, it's really neat. It's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. This place, man, we're busy on regular nights. This place
Sure.
is going to be absolutely insane next year, and we can't wait to get it done. Just an incredible day here.